right, boys and girls, today's art activity, we're going to be making a lily pad for our frog, and it's going to have a flower on it. So everybody has two of these things. This is called a coffee filter, but we're going to use it for an art activity today. Everybody should have two. I have two for Leon, and I have two for me. And one of these is going to be your lily pad, and the other one is going to be your flower. We're also going to need a glue stick for this activity, and you're going to need your big frog from your envelope. So your big frog and some markers and some scissors too. We're going to do all of it today. We're going to cut and color and glue. All right, we're going to start with one. So pick one, Leon. You have one of your coffee filters. All right, so you can flip it over if you want to make it nice and flat. You can kind of smush it down, make it nice and flat with your hand. And a lily pad. Leon, do you know what color a lily pad needs to be?
Probably yellow.
Yellow. Ooh, lily pads are actually green. Lily pads float on top of the water. So pick a green marker. All right, Leon got that green. I'm going to use this green. Go ahead and color your coffee filter. One of it's going to be all green. So find a green and we're going to color it in with our markers. So since we're having a little hard time coloring it because it keeps trying to run away from us, we're going to use some tape and we're going to tape it down to the table so that way it's a little bit easier for Leon to color on. Okay, I colored mine all green, but I didn't color it very much. If you color too much in one spot with the coffee filters, it's going to make a hole. Okay, so try not to make too much color in one spot because we're actually going to get this wet and it's going to change our markers just a little bit. Okay, so now that we are done coloring our lily pad all green, we're going to cut a little shape into it and we're just going to make kind of like a triangle or like a piece of pizza out of it. So we're going to make one snip in. Then we're going to make another snip in until they are connected. So my lily pad is missing a little piece of it. And Leon has asked me to cut his too, and that's okay. You can ask Mom and Dad. This is kind of a tricky step. So go ahead and snip into
a mountain.
All right, and then Leon's lily pad here. Next, we're going to get our lily pads wet because they are in the water. So we're going to get them a little bit wet. You can use a squirt bottle to spray some water onto it.
Yes, I will do it.
Or you can use your watercolor brush and a cup. And you can dip it in and then get it wet on your coffee filter or your lily pad. Okay?
Right.
Use a tray so that you don't get water all over the place. That one's yours, Leon. This one's mine.
No, Mom, I was going to help you spray it.
I'm going to put some water on mine with a brush. Okay, now our lily pads are all wet. There's a little bit of water in there. We're going to let these dry while we work on making our flowers. Okay, to make our flowers, we're going to use our other coffee filter that we have, and you're going to decorate it any color flower you want to make. So grab your markers and let's get coloring.
Orange. Mine is beautiful.
All right, so we finished coloring our flowers. I did a pattern with mine of blue, pink around the outside, and Leon made his, what?
Glitter.
Leon made his into a rainbow, so he used all different colors around the outside of his.
Even glitter.
Even glitter. Leon used some markers and some crayons, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when Leon sprays his flower. You get to decide if you want to spray your flower and make it wet like we did with our lily pad. I'm going to spray mine. Leon, are you going to spray yours?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to spray our flowers and then we're going to have to wait for them to dry. Once our flowers and our lily pads are dry, we're going to come back and we'll finish this activity with you. Leon, go ahead.
Hi everyone. Mine turned into a rainbow and mine turned into a rainbow right here.
So Leon and I are back. Our coffee filters are pretty much dry. Our green ones are definitely dry. Mine is still a little wet. How does yours feel? Is it still a little wet or is it all dry?
Full dry.
Okay, so we have our lily pads And then these were our flowers. So what I want you to do for your flower, because this is too big to just put it right on top. That's not going to work.
Mine is not too big.
So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of crumple it up a little bit into like a little ball. Just like that. And then we're going to have to glue it on or tape it on to our lily pad. Leon's going to glue his on. I'm going to tape mine onto my lily pad, and then we're going to add our frog on. Or not glue raindrops, not glue puddles. That's too much glue, Leon. Let's leave it like that. Go ahead and stick your flower on. And now you're going to have to let that dry, okay? Because you put a lot of glue on there. I have mine.
Mom.
Leon's is going to dry. The last thing that you need to grab was that frog you had, and we're going to put this on our lily pad. You can tape it on, glue it on, however you want to put it onto your lily pad. Once you've put your frog on, you are all done with this art activity. I hope you enjoyed making a lily pad with us today, and we'll see you next time for some more art. Bye!